I have a question here from Jamie, who simply asks, what was it like touring with Erasure? Well, first of all, I know that we were all Erasure fans, so it was really exciting to be invited onto this tour. And I know that had something to do with our new manager at the time, a chap called Steve-O, who you may have heard of. And they were doing a tour at the latter part of 1996, I think it was. So it kind of fitted perfectly for us. We had already toured Straceful a few times. There were no singles coming out for us, but it was the perfect time to, sorry, there's a little bee there. It was a perfect time for us to re-promote the album just before Christmas and to a larger audience. So that was really exciting. I remember, of course, we met Vince a couple of times, although he was I suppose, off doing his Vince Clarke thing a bit more than Andy, who we saw much more of. And he was very, very friendly guy, really great company. And he was interested in what we were doing and, you know, the whole Dubstar story, as well as being really jovial with fans, Erasure fans, which was really nice to see. He was sometimes asked questions that were maybe a little bit awkward. At least I thought they were awkward, but it was like water off a duck's back for that guy. The guy was friendly and very professional. It was also the first time that we had toured as an opening act for somebody who was much bigger than us. So that meant, to some extent, the pressure was off us. But it also meant that we were sort of finishing, at least the band, were finishing at about 8:30, 9:15 every night. So of course that gave us an opportunity to go out and explore Glasgow and Manchester and Swansea, and I think we went to Belfast as well. I think we did, maybe, I'm sure we did, or maybe we didn't. Maybe that was the lightning seeds. But it just meant that we got an opportunity to just, I suppose, party pretty much every night that we could take it. So it was a sort of classic Dubstar environment of the time, which was that we'd do a small amount of work, have a great reception, enjoy ourselves greatly on stage and afterwards, and then go off out into the night and paint the town red, or ultimately maybe a slightly puce colour, I don't know. So it was really good fun. Looking back, I wonder whether strategically it had been the right thing to do. I think Chris pointed out at the time that we had played so many live shows already by the time we went on tour. Then to go out again with Erasure, we might have just played a little bit too often in the UK. And plus also, playing live was never really Dubstar's strong suit. So I don't know, maybe on reflection, maybe we should have just guested at certain shows rather than did the whole tour. I don't know, but that maybe sounds a little bit ungrateful. I thoroughly enjoyed that tour. I'm just trying to think, what was my absolute highlight of it? I think I liked one of the early shows on the tour the best, when we played in Cambridge. I seem to remember that for some random reason, that was where my family showed up, and I think Andy Bell's family were there as well. So there was a real sense of like a hometown gig, despite the fact that Cambridge isn't the hometown for anybody in Dubstar, although my sister was living near Cambridge at the time. So that was really fun. Yeah. Oh, and also I was at Pride just yesterday, which is the big gay pride festival in Brighton, and Andy Bell played there, and it was absolutely brilliant. It was so much fun. And I suppose I hadn't listened to Erasure in a long time. Hearing those songs performed again was, well, my highlight of Pride. So thanks, Andy.